Right, so I'm going to be posting this before my videos, guys, and you can partake in it or not, but we're going to do some singing bowls, and I'm going to say a little prayer, and you're welcome to just sit and relax and free your mind up before the reading with me. I just wanted to do this. I'll timestamp it, so if you want to go straight to your reading, that's fine too. So we're going to go ahead and start. Take a deep breath. I call upon light in all beings, whom serve only love and light. I ask you, angels, ancestors, and light beings, to cleanse and protect this space. Ask for your protection and guidance so that your divine sight can be delivered with love and healing for the greatest good. I ask you, angels, ancestors, and guides, to assist those whom these messages are meant for, to assist them on their journey of healing and spiritual growth. I appreciate your unconditional love and guidance. Thank you, angels, guides, ancestors, and Lord of Love. Amen. Okay, guys, so singing bowls. I'm just going to relax and listen. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if so, I'm glad, and I'm happy you guys come to my channel and enjoy your reading. So, Taurus, we are going to start with a oracle for you guys. This is the Oracle of the Long Now, and this is Ashley Cook. We're also going to be using her tarot deck. We're going to see what comes out for you guys, Taurus. So I hope this lighting and the sound and everything, I did turn the fan down. It can get a little warm in here. It's not too bad right now, but oh, nice. We got patience. Patience. Nice. Waiting for something. Waiting for something to maybe come together. We're going to go ahead and read that patience card real quick. 29. The patience card calls for a time of waiting and keeping still while in a holding pattern. Continuing a nice pattern, but holding on to your vision or your hope or your desire while you patiently wait for divine timing. Waiting can be undertaken with patience or with worry. This card reminds us that all things take time to develop, and eventual outcome is rarely finalized by our attitude while waiting. This is a really good point. So it doesn't matter what we're waiting for. It doesn't matter if it's the smallest physical thing or the biggest divine emotional thing or spiritual thing. Either way, we're waiting until the time is right. So to get impatient, have a bad attitude, or just not make the best of that time while you wait, is a waste of. It's kind of a. It puts bad energy out there, and it wastes your time, like doing something that's not. It doesn't help either way if you have a bad attitude or a good attitude. So why not choose a good attitude while you wait? It is hard because I happen to struggle with patience a lot in my life, Taurus. So I'm one of the most impatient people I know, but yet at the same time I'm very patient. I've learned a lot of patience. So I'm like, wow, if you would have known me years ago. I mean, I'm not a patient person, but yet I think of all the things I endured and how patient I was and how I sat there still and did not react and did not become impatient. There's times I did, but a lot of times I didn't. So those are the times I like to keep continuing doing. It's like I don't have to get a certain way about. It's just like this whole thing. Like I was getting impatient about getting a space. It's very natural, but then it gets rained down, and I'm like, oh, and it really testing my patience, really testing my dedication, really testing my spirit, And I'm like, no, I'm gonna make lemonade out of lemons. That's kind of what I'm feeling for your guys' reading right now. Issuing ultimatums will not work right now. So if there's a right now or never, or do this or don't, but it's a, damned if you do, damned if you don't, that kind of attitude isn't going to work right now about anything. In order to realize progress, it says a lack of patience can lead to false starts, defeat, and humiliation. In order to realize progress, a time of waiting is required as a way of allowing the elements to move naturally to their conclusion, to let everything find its place where it's most comfortable. But you have to allow that. You can't resist it. You can't fight it. Things are going to go where they're going to go naturally by their energetic flow or whatever energy. That's how I look at things, guys. So it's like we all kind of, if people would stop trying to make us into what they want to make us, and it's like we all have a natural flow. We all have something we naturally do and we want to do and we are. And you have to kind of, and it might not be what you want it to be, but eventually it may be closer to what you are. It takes time for things to evolve. It takes time for people to learn. It takes time for things to settle down. So that's kind of a message I'm getting with this. And it's hard to see that progress if you're constantly resisting it or trying to put it where you want to put it, or that's the thing. You have to see what naturally happens. The time of waiting will give you form and help you recognize which vision you choose to hold. Yes, so like what feels good in your vision? Like, okay, so when you're holding on to this vision, how does that feel? And when you're holding on to this vision, how does that feel? And what feels more natural for you? What feels more in alignment with you? That's another message I'm getting. Okay, that's really nice. All right, Taurus. So let's go ahead and get, we're going to go ahead and get this soul card. And thank you for standing by my channel. If you guys have been through a lot of changes with this channel starting, and just with the spaces and even, readings. And when you do this, you find that different things, different approaches, different stuff just feels better as you evolve, Oh, look at that. I love this card. Look at him patiently laying there waiting and just kind of embracing what's right in front of him, soaking up the sun, enjoying the moment. That's what I'm feeling from this card. Enjoy the moment right now, Taurus. Be in the moment. This is interesting because these hands are out and they are definitely just kind of fiddling or playing with what's right there in their environment. And it looks like they're both patiently sitting there, just kind of taking time to stop and see what's happening right in front of them and appreciating in the moment. Stopping and smelling the roses, stuff like that. That's kind of the message I'm getting. So let's get another card for you guys, Taurus. And there's like green butterflies, and these could be like, they look like leaves, but it's just this naturey. There is like a leaf, and these green butterflies. But just sitting there and enjoying what's right there in front of you, and just patiently waiting to see where things land, That's what I'm hearing. Where things land. And we got the lantern. Consciousness is light. That's nice. Just being mindful and conscious of your process, of where you're at in that, of how it feels to kind of be in that moment and waiting patiently for something that you envision and you know is happening, or you know is coming to. And it's being very like aware of your surroundings too, and not even really needing to see it. It's like you can feel it. I am going to read this 44, the lantern. And there's a lot of fours here, because we got the 44, the lantern. Oh, and that's breaks down to an 11 there. Let's read this 44. The crone has completed the circle of phases and perspectives pertaining to feminine consciousness, maiden, mother, guardian, and crone. The lanterns hanging from the featured crone's wrists illuminate her world with the clarity of having integrated her spirit self with herself. Patience. If you're waiting for integration here, and that can be a grueling process, you guys, because like, man, I just want to settle in. This could be about you settling into a new energy, to a new vibe, to a new environment, and being patient with the changes and the shifts that you're seeing and feeling, and you're becoming really conscious of and aware of. Be patient with yourself, be patient with others right now. Taurus, I feel like that's an important message. The white light of love that the crone can now reach all that is within her periphery. Without judgment or expectation, she is now capable of objectively observing all with compassionate consideration and calm composure. Being calm and patient and observant and consciously aware of the environment around you, and being patient with it, being compassionate with it, understanding that it takes time for things to naturally fall into their natural flow, their natural place. Including you, because you're part of that. So that's really nice. All matters in life are neutral. Many are not conducive to meaning and significance that we or others impulsively attach to them. When we view predicaments without emotion or the significance it holds for us, how things make sense beyond our personalization of them are illuminated. When we kind of detach from the hardship or the disappointment or when something doesn't come our way, and we don't take it like it's just like the kind of like the room thing. Like when it rained, it was like I could attach, and at first I'm like, oh, the universe is like telling me, I'm never gonna have a room, I'm never gonna have a space, and I have to fight that mentality, and I always have, and it's horrible mentality. It's like, no, that's not it. The roof leaked. It's nothing to do with that. Just keep going. And you know what? If you are being tested by things in your environment and timing, just do what you can to be patient and make do with what you have and appreciate what you have right in front of you. That's another message. To separate ourselves from the drama, assumptions, and heightened emotions is to see rather than react according to the underlying dynamics at play. Sitting back, observing, not interacting, not reacting, but just not making assumptions, not heightening our emotions. It's not feeling the feelings. It's understanding that those feelings, it's like this whole feeling of like disappointment and impatience and anger. It had nothing, it's there's other dynamics at play. It's not always, oh, they're out to get me, or this isn't meant to be, or that isn't meant to be. It just takes time for things to evolve, for things to change, for things to shift. And once you know that and you understand that, you don't have to react to every negative thing. And that's our labeling too, saying it's negative. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's taking a lot of time because it's getting done. Maybe there's always another dynamic that's not it's getting done. Things are getting done. We just we can't put the time on that. That's it. It's not ours to time. So let's go ahead and get so I don't know, it feels like you could be waiting for something to come to, or waiting to settle into some kind of new energy, or see what's going on in your environment. There's something you really want to see or understand or want to happen maybe in your life right now that you're being asked to be patient and understanding and aware that things are changing in your environment. Maybe you are changing and you're waiting to settle into a transformation. Reintegrate yourself after a huge shift in your energetic body. So we got hospitality. And this is obviously hospitality. This is showing our kindness and gracefulness and compassion and just being hospitable, like making people comfortable, really coming in to show people. And it can be very uncomfortable. Impatience is not a comfortable feeling, and it doesn't make others people comfortable either. And I'm very guilty of being impatient, so I'm very well aware of this energy. Treat guests and wishes as children. This wish or this wish or this you or this other person or whatever that you are patiently wishing for or waiting for. Treat them as children. They're growing. They're learning. It takes time to do that. Generous reception of visitors or strangers. Inclusive geniality. So, generous reception of visitors or strangers. I also kind of feel this as anything happening that's even a leak can be a visitor, a stranger, things that you ain't used to going through or things that just show up in your life or people. This could very well be people or situations. Be hospitable, be patient, observe, see how things naturally fall into alignment at this time, Taurus. And we got modality. This is that flow I'm talking about. This is that everything kind of goes to its place, goes to its flow, goes to its natural position. We are nature. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. If you're waiting for something to be perfect, Spirit's coming in and saying it's not going to be perfect. But don't let something that's really good be ruined because it isn't perfect. Don't have that fixed modality, that fixed idea of what something should look like, that expectation. Be patient, be hospitable, be kind, be aware of how you are interacting with your environment and reacting to your environment. Ability to update, making necessary changes and adopting a pragmatic mode. Taking on that change, that shift, being mutable, being flexible, and updating as you go, as you see, okay, that's not perfect, but it's not bad. You can update your thinking, update your patience and your persistence and your dedication to something and your kindness to something by just making a couple changes in your mind about good and what is good doesn't have to be perfect. And perfection is the perfection of, it's just like I said, like if something looks like it's not getting done, and it is, and it's getting done perfectly in its own time, and you're growing in your own time, other people are doing the same thing in their time, and it's perfect in that way. So let the good be the foundation for what is perfect. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Scrutiny, and this is that lantern. This is being conscious. This is under the lantern. Consciousness is light. Scrutiny. The pen is mightier than the sword. I am feeling this as like maybe you would need to write some things down if you are feeling not hospitable and you're kind of, it feels like your impatience or something like that could be getting the best to you. If this is your reading, if not, don't make it fit. But if this is something, this is something anybody can deal with. This is normal. I think all of us have this. Critical observation. Examination or inspection, to review, check, or verify. Oh, hold on. That's the only bad thing. I got some major. Oh. So. Oh. I got my incense right up here. I got a fan going. Excuse me, Taurus. Hold on. Lord. Okay. Sorry. Oh, that That incense was going like right in my eyes, guys. Like, oh my Lord. Bear with me. Give me 1 second, okay, guys? Oh, okay, sorry about that. Lord, my eyes are red and puffy as man. The fan must have just been pulling it like right into my face. But that's okay, fixed. All right. So we have hospitality, modality, and scrutiny. Be conscious of your scrutiny. Be patient with good. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Because they're both good. And they're both one and the same. Hospitality, treat guests and wishes as children. They're growing. Takes time. Takes patience. Takes understanding. It's a very good message for you guys today. Okay? So let's go ahead and get a couple of these. And we got inner vision. It's holding that vision. Holding that vision. Being patient. And during those patient times, holding the vision so they can grow. Being still and not moving a lot, but just understanding your environment and kind of being in your environment and enjoying it. And then we got the journey. It's very nice. Nice. And strength, yes. Okay, so let's go ahead, Taurus, and get a couple tarot. We're just going to pull about 3 of these to go with these oracles. These are relatively short, but, you know, let's go here. The Chariot. Getting everything together for a victory, for a win, wanting and knowing you're going towards a win, a victory. The Queen of Wands, this is passion, this is desire, this is fire, this is also psychic knowing too. This is understanding. This vision is happening, and it's happening by my will and my way. And willing something with the mind and the heart, putting that together, moving forward passionately, confidently, powerfully, magically into a really nice clarity, truth. This is the Ace of Swords, a new way of thinking. I feel like you could be adjusting to a lot of new thinking, new consciousness, a lot of stuff coming up to the conscious that you're becoming aware of, and it's and I feel like it has a lot to do with patience and hospitality and the way you scrutinize or don't scrutinize. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. So that is definitely some real truth, and this is really awesome. Moving towards this Queen of Wands, this, you know, there's just this really strong energy here of being determined to think differently, understand things differently, communicate differently, be patient with the sword, you know, not just go around chopping. You know, it can be a weapon or it can be a tool, a great tool. So that is your guys' message, Taurus. And as always, I appreciate you guys coming, watching your videos, your likes, your subscribes. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.